All right, boys, welcome back to the FFL Rewind podcast. It is, of course, myself and Mio. Mio, say what's up, dude.
What's going on, everyone? I actually kind of forgot our official name was FFL Rewind,
I
but
did too until I just started talking and it came back to me. So I didn't even think about it. But yeah, I guess that is our official
but
name on the videos. But
hey, I mean, been a good season so far. A lot of parity at the top, parity at the bottom. A lot like the real NFL right now. No real one dominant team. Like there's like teams you expect to win, but
yeah,
there's a solid chunk of teams that if they end up winning, I won't be surprised. So that's fun,
yeah, dude. I
exciting.
so
Makes
this
fans do
show
their
is
thing.
gonna be our mid-season review. We're gonna go over what's happened so far. We'll go kind of down by record. We have a 1-9 team and a 9-1 team, so we'll kind of go down by record and everything, and we'll talk about some surprises we had this year with some positive stuff, some negative stuff with different teams, different players, and then we're gonna kind of give uh, our predictions on the rest of the year, and also do a first round redraft of like what if the redraft season started today, who we would take, because I think that'll be an interesting exercise to kind of talk about um, who we have for the rest of the year and everything. But yeah, so Mio, we'll start out with our boy Logan, MQFM. Uh, what
Traded
did
for
we
his own,
even?
just traded back for his own first.
Yes, he
Good. You love to
did.
see it. You love to
Yeah,
see it. Uh, I don't know if I would have. Part of me sort of thinks I would have rather kept Nico and T Law.
yeah,
I guess he did get Kyler back to him, so it's probably solid for him. But
yeah. I mean, what
that's
do
that's
we?
what that's what you need to do. There's no real point in tanking if you don't have your own picks.
Yeah.
So just a little subtle hint for all you other tankers out there.
I was gonna say we have like I don't know how to compare it to anything other than geopolitics stuff, but like how people talk about late stage capitalism, right? And they talk about how
Yeah.
like toward the later stages, after so many years and years and years, you just have some really huge companies and some really tiny scraps companies. And I kind of feel bad
Yeah.
because sometimes it feels like what is this now? This is year 6 or year 7
Oh,
of
of
this
this league.
league. When did we start? 2019, right?
I think it's a bit longer than that.
Yeah, it's something like that. I'm starting to notice the effects when we have teams that don't have picks or players, and it's hard to think about what you would do in that
Oh no,
situation.
you're right. You're right. You're 7.
Year 7. Okay, yeah. So when I look at and I say this every time we do a video, but it's not Logan's fault. Obviously, he just adopted this team. But man, I mean, like, I think. What do you think about the move to get his pick back in exchange for what he gave up?
Um, I'm a pretty big believer in Nico Collins, so I don't. That seems like a pretty steep. Because like there's a chance that pick ends up being like the 1-4, and that wouldn't feel very good.
That's true. Yeah,
Um, but I think we're all sort of expecting Jeremiah Love to be the 101 right now, unless I don't know. Who all can come? Like I don't know. I'd probably take more of like Dante Moore or whoever.
yeah. There's a few QBs that have.
Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, Mendoza's kind of. He looks like he might go 101 in the NFL draft. Um, But yeah, I don't think any
Tyson.
there's no one that people are like particularly like super super high on at quarterback, and
Yeah.
everyone's really high on Jeremiah Love. So I could see him going kind of like that one year where we had Clyde go 101, although that did not work out. I could see Love going 101 for sure. So um,
Yeah. So if he gets Love, he probably feels good. If he gets, I don't know.
if he gets some, I mean, I guess the 104, you still have a pretty dang good shot at either QB or like the best receiver or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But at that point, I feel like I'd rather have Nico.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how it goes. I do think trading for your own pick is a solid process. So like I don't knock him for trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
Um, but rebuilding year, pulling together some pieces. I'm excited for the future.
Yeah.
But with how his team is, I feel like the future is probably going to be closer to 2027
Yeah.
than 2026.
Yeah. I'm trying to go and
Unfortunately.
find his like all of his
Okay.
picks and stuff.
Kyle Williams had a couple break out.
Yeah, he has he's got a lot of could be's. He's got like Worthy, Keon Coleman, Kyle Williams, the Cokehead.
Okay, wow, he has Tyreek.
Oh yeah, he did get Tyreek in a trade, didn't he? Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing with someone like Tyreek is his value can go to zero real fast.
Yeah, that's gonna end up being a trade candidate for sure. Probably during draft season.
See how it goes.
So
your options are kind of limited. He's probably actually. You know what? I think if the Jeremiah Love hype gets really high, he probably could break that 101 into just keep trading back and just grab more and more picks.
Yeah. So how would you grade Logan's season for what he's got?
I mean, I think his processes are generally fine. Obviously, you can't really tell what's going to happen until. Obviously, this is okay, in 3 years, ask me that question.
Yeah.
Because either these picks work or they don't.
Yeah, I mean,
or either these investments work or they don't.
I think the big question for him is going to be, does he keep this pick, or does he trade it during draft season? So here's the thing, someone's going to fall in love with Jeremiah Love to a crazy degree, or one of these QBs, and there's a chance. And I always struggle with this myself. Like, do you trade Jeremiah Love, who could potentially be, prime Todd Gurley, let's say, or do you trade this pick to whoever thinks Jeremiah Love is going to be prime Todd Gurley for, a young QB and a Josh Jacobs or like a Saquon Barkley, you know what I mean? Like, do you flip the pick during draft season for one of those guys? That's the choice Logan's probably going to have to make when it gets to draft season. But it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, well, I guess also, that's right. We do have a weighted lottery now, so
yeah,
the chances are better than they could have been.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some serious work to figure out like a better lottery system. I think the WWE thing is funny, but I think we should probably come up with a better lottery system. Maybe I'll live stream it or something too. We'll do what we can do, but yeah, it'll be funny.
I mean, I know what the NBA does is they do ping pong balls or whatever, but you get more the worse you are.
I would just do it the David Stern way and bend one of the cards so I know exactly who I don't want to get the pick.
Oh man!
Just like the Patrick Ewing draft.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny. I love that conspiracy theory. That's the best one. All right, so
that probably is my favorite conspiracy theory. My second favorite is that NBA teams are making their logos on the court bigger. So they can say on social media that their guys are making threes from the logo.
Oh, that's genius! I never thought about that. That's great. That's an interesting conspiracy theory. Yeah, from the logo is a big thing.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on, Darren.
Yeah. So we got Darren at 2-8 this year. All right. I'll be honest. I'm just gonna say it straight up. With Logan, Darren, and LaMarvelous, less so Logan, more LaMarvelous and Darren. I never know what is going on. Like, normally if I look at somebody's team, I can kind of guess oh, these guys are trying to win now, or they're on the cusp and they want to be a playoff team that any given Sunday could win, right? Because you could say that about your team, Perv's team, Anderson's team, my team, even Kansas and Lamar Villas's team, like, on any Sunday could beat one of us, right? I never know, like, Darren sometimes make moves that are like, oh, these are like, I'm going to try to win now moves. And then there's other moves that are just like, I'm just going to revert to second and thirds again. I just never know what the heck is happening. But I guess my question to Darren and my question to you too is like, what is the path out of this? Because there has to be one, right? There has to be a path eventually. I thought the path was going to be Bo Nix. Like, build off that cornerstone and then go find a way to do that again with another quarterback. And then at least you have two quarterbacks that are putting up points for the foreseeable future. And then you can start filling in with wide receivers and running backs. Because you could do some smorgasbord of 2s and 3s to get some receivers and running backs and then work the free agency well. And then if you have two quarterbacks, you can put together an actual roster. But, yeah, I want to know what you think about all that.
I don't know. If I was him, I'd just be like, he has some good guys. Like, Tucker Kraft's amazing.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft really worked out this year, except for the injury.
Jalen Naylor has shown stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably try to trade him if I could.
Yeah. Torrey Horton. Yeah, Horton's looked all right this year.
Like, I don't know.
Like, what would you do?
Well, I would start by getting my own first back.
That is true. Yeah. Or
Also
just not trading.
trading.
Just stop trading the
Stop-
first.
Stop trading first. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Stop trading first away. Trade 4 firsts.
Yes, exactly. Like, any first you get from here on out should just stay on your team, unless that first is going to turn into a Bo Nix or a JJ McCarthy or like an actual first round NFL quarterback. You know.
Okay, so like,
what did he even get? What did he even get for the first? Do you know? What did he get for the 2028 first? Where'd it go?
he probably traded it 2 years ago. That's the thing.
Oh my gosh.
So like, there's two ways. Like, whenever you're in a rebuild, there's two ways you get value. The first is that your first round pick is at the top of the board. It's much more likely to get a solid player.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is that you can trade your point scoring players for injured players.
Yeah.
That are sort of better.
Right.
Or like even like same, and you get like a couple, and you get like picks on top of it. So
Yeah.
like, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
It's like you find, I don't know who's injured right now.
Like Omar Hampton is a popular one that people are trading for in like dynasty leagues right now.
Yeah, like Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay, like if you had like an actual someone who will make D Money's lineup better, and like I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's the I don't know would D Money trade Hampton or Neighbors? If
Does D Money have Neighbors still, or did he finally trade him? Oh, okay.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I thought he was going to trade him forever ago, and I'm sure he has tried, but
yeah, but like
he
if
still
I
does
was
have Neighbors.
if I was a rebuilder, I'd be moving heaven and earth to get Neighbors or Hampton.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like
you can trade first if you're getting Malik Neighbors. That's fine.
right. That just reminded me of whenever we were at the at Appalachian, and Darren and Derek are sitting together, and Darren says like I need receiver, or like something about receivers, and he said something about like I need receivers, something like that, and he said I just drafted receivers, and like Derek's like you still don't have any receivers because he thought they were all trash. Which to be charitable to Derek, I think one of them was Jack Besh.
We call that
208.
The Green Bay Packers strategy.
Yeah. I will say, Darren surprisingly has quite a few serviceable tight ends. Like Mason Taylor's been serviceable all year.
Oh yeah.
Kate Otten. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What's his name? Ferguson. on the Rams.
Yep. Brennan
still gonna
Strange is on IR right now, but he's all right. So he's at least got tight end figured out for now. So yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, we need to start getting a move on.
Yeah. So next up is Dove. Dove is also 2-8. What would you make of Dove's season?
I don't know, man. You look at the guys on his roster. I guess like Kittle and Purdy died, and that sort of killed everything.
Yeah.
Like CMC was good all year.
He's been insane.
If you told me, yeah, CMC's been good all year, I would have thought, oh yeah, Dove's probably been like on the cusp of a playoff spot, but he just kept on. He just got murdered. He just didn't have the depth to take any injuries. I think is probably the best way to put it.
It is strange because when you look at his team,
Kamara died.
Yeah, Kamara, yeah.
And Chuba died, and what's his nose? Chase Brown died.
Has Jaden Higgins done anything this year? It's been okay.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is he's been solid at quarterback for the longest time, ever since he's been in the league. He's got Baker, he's got Penix, he's got Purdy, so he's got QBs. Yeah, I don't know.
Think he has the depth. He just didn't have the depth. I think he has too many defensive players, but that's just me.
Yeah, he also has no ones coming up until 2028, so that's problematic for him. And he's got some aging guys. Like his team, like McCaffrey's about 30, Debo's old, Kittle's old, Kupp's old.
I think tight end's a position where I think Kittle for the next 3, like.
Yeah, that's true.
If you say like next 3 years, is George Kittle going to be like a top 5 tight end? I'd say yes.
Yeah, that is an older guy's position for the most part, but his running backs are definitely aging out, except for Chuba. Although Chuba just lost his job to my goat Rico Dowdle, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
This is an aside, but the whole Carolina running back situation makes me really wonder what might have been with Jonathan Brooks.
True.
It's like I think Brooks was easily better than Chuba or Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
And with that, it feels like everything lined up for him to be amazing, except for the injuries.
Right. It's kind of sad we'll never really get to know.
Feels bad.
Does D-Money still have him?
Probably.
I'm gonna check. Is he still? Is he on all right? He is on he's on Taxi still. How is he still on Taxi? Is he just permanently Taxi eligible because he's dead? Is that what's happening?
No, I think if you move him out of Taxi, he can never go back in.
Probably, yeah. Yep, he's probably just gonna sit there for the rest of his life. I do hope.
Okay, actually, you know what? If you have someone that can make D-Money's lineup better, try to get Jonathan Brooks, because there's a chance that like he comes back next year.
There is a chance,
and he wins the job.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
That'd be kind of awesome.
But yeah, so do that. That is your actionable advice for the day.
There you
Try
go.
to get Jonathan Brooks.
All right, next up, Omlinator. We got to be real, fam.
We were talking about this before the show, but if you told me before the season you had Tua Gino, I'd have thought that was perfectly fine.
Yeah, right.
And then it sucked.
Oh, dude. How many picks does Tua have now? 13, bro. 13 in 10 games. Oh. You know what's weird is like, and I know you can say this about basically anybody, but outside of the picks specifically, he's actually been all right. Like okay, so all right, that sounds stupid, but stay with me for a second. Like he'll have like just total implosion games, like the Cleveland game where he had 3 picks, 100 yards, but then he had a 4 touchdown game the next week, and then he had a 3 touchdown game, a 2 touchdown game. So like he's still been putting up, like our offense has still been scoring. It's not like he's like totally trash. It's just he just makes the really dumb decisions this year.
It sort of feels like he's almost like a slightly worse version of Kirk Cousins, because that's what Kirk Cousins was like.
Yes,
He was like
right,
average to above average, for 13 games a year, and there's 4 games a year where he would just single-handedly lose your team the game.
Right. Yeah. He'd be like 80 yards and 5 picks, and you'd just be like, "Who is this guy? Like, this is not an NFL player." And then the next week, he'd have 5 touchdowns, and you're just like, "What? Like, how's this the same dude?" But yeah, that you know what? The Kirk Cousins comparison kind of is what it feels like this year, because like there will be some games where like Tua just looks like 2022 Tua, and is just lighting it up, and yeah.
They do have a weak rest of the season schedule.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and to be charitable to us, the games where he's like really sucked have been like predictable games. Like the one was the Chargers, the other one was the Browns with Myles Garrett like literally up his butt the entire game, and the other one was the Colts game. So like, and the Bills game he wasn't that good either. So like all 4 of those games, you're like, okay, I could have kind of seen this coming with a trash Dolphins O-line and a really good defense. So I don't know. Tua needs to not throw 13 picks, obviously, but I'm gonna sit here and take the bullets for him for 2 seconds. But yeah, outside of that, poor Kyle. Like a lot of things went wrong.
I will give him credit for like pulling the plug early and
yeah, he saw the writing on the wall. That is for sure.
And like getting rid of his guys while everyone still had ammo to buy guys.
Yeah,
so I'll give him credit for that.
And
so he has 4 firsts next year. You know
exactly. Like to intelligently pull the plug. Yeah. Yeah. Now the problem for Kyle, which isn't really a problem, but 3 of his 4 first are championship contender teams. It's mine. It's
that's probably
Jason's and D-Money's.
That's not as big of a deal as you might think. Like, if I remember last year, he had 2 picks in that category, and he turned that basically into Josh Jacobs and James Cook. And like, obviously, he traded both of them. But
that's
like,
true.
I think he's shown the trading acumen.
Yeah.
That if he wants to, he can turn those into good vets.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think in a lot of ways, I think his roster is better than it looks. Like his situation is a lot better than it looks right now.
That's definitely true. I mean, he's going to have 4 more guys next year that are – he's either going to trade these picks for like the James Cooks of the world or like, you know, I could see him going out and getting Marvin Harrison Jr. or like something like that. Or he can use them on some guys in the draft, which is the more fun way to go, but the more risky way to go, right? So, yeah. And the back end –
impervious.
Yeah, I was going to say the back end 1 guys have historically worked out pretty well in our league. Like I was looking back at some of the drafts and like you were just saying with Perv.
Justin Jefferson go like 110 or something?
Yeah, Justin Jefferson went like I think 110 one year. We had last year was like Tyler Warren and Jackson Dart were on that turn. There was a year with Justin Herbert on that turn as well. So yeah, I mean it's interesting. Like there, I think Joe Burrow went late 1 in our league. Because I took Tua. I could be. It might have been mid 1. It might have been like 107 or something. Because I took Tua at like 103. Yeah, I'm dead serious. Go back and look at the Joe Burrow thing.
Oh,
that's pretty crazy, right? Yeah.
That is preposterous to me.
Yeah, I think he was mid 1. But
2020 season.
Yeah, go back and check quick. I'm curious now.
1-5.
1-5. Yeah, so that's a mid 1. That's getting there.
1 Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 2 C.D. Lamb, 3 Tua Tagovailoa, 4 Jonathan Taylor, 5 Joe Burrow,
Yep.
6 Jerry Jeudy, 7 J.K. Dobbins, 8 DeAndre Swift, 9 Justin Herbert, 10 Cam Akers, 11 Justin Jefferson, 12 Henry Ruggs.
11 was Justin Jefferson? That's crazy. And I remember that pick because D-Money told me, he's like, I don't even want to take Justin Jefferson here, but I feel like he's the best value, so I'll take him. And that ended up being the best draft pick D-Money made for years because he was just drafting bust after that. But yeah. So
anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So next up is Kansas. We got to talk about. First of all, has Kansas sent 1 message in the chat this whole year? I don't even know if he has. I missed the guy. He still checks his lineup.
I don't think he has now.
Yeah,
he does his lineup.
He does. He comes in here. He's a lunch pail guy. You know, he doesn't say a lot, but he sets the lineup and he gets it done. And man, the C.J. Stroud injury kind of sucks for him this year.
And also Brian Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about Brian Thomas later. All right, while we're here, Egbuka, okay? You know what?
We're talking about Ibuka later.
I'll just say a little bit here. I feel bad, okay? I'm just going to come clean. After the whole Matthew Golden Egbuka conversation happened after the draft, and then the repercussions of that in the chat from Kyle and stuff, I'm going to be honest, I kind of wanted to be wrong. I kind of felt bad, and I was kind of like, man, I don't want my players to get dogged on after I do the draft and stuff. So I hope Matthew Golden's good.
That's fair.
I hope Egbuka's not that great.
I don't.
Egbuka's insane, dude. Egbuka is so good. And I feel bad because I felt like I could watch one game, and I was like, oh, that guy's legit, you know? But
if you had said, like 2 years ago, that the best Ohio State receiver on that team wasn't Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
It was Egbuka.
All right.
Like, would anyone have believed you?
Dude, true.
But that was immediately came true.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is not only that, but like I remember the talking point going into the year was, oh, there's no way Egbuka does anything this year because they have Godwin and Evans, but maybe next year. Like it was kind of like a JSN situation. That was the whole narrative all offseason. Then instantly both those guys like don't play. And Baker's like, well, this is my only dude. And yeah, he just it was like instantaneous chemistry. And yeah, Egbuka's insane. And I love the Rob Gronkowski clip where he calls him Egg Begboo or something. That's like my favorite clip on the internet right now. So yeah, I love it. Anyway, so Kansas, I feel like he hasn't done a whole lot. I always expect Kansas to compete, but he
also has 3 first-round picks next year.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yep, and he's got.
I feel like in his brain this is like, okay, we're just gonna get through the season.
Yeah.
It's also shout out to Kenny Gainwell.
True.
Being better than I ever thought he would be this season, even if he's not good enough to actually be in your starting lineup.
Yeah, we'll talk more about the BTJ season as well, but I feel like the Jags season has been a huge disappointment. Tons of injuries and crap, and yeah.
Feels like they need to make some drastic changes, but I'm not really sure where they need to make them.
Yeah, that's the thing is like a lot of it is like it just feels like it's like a chemistry problem, but yeah. Keenan Allen made a comeback this year. That's pretty cool.
That's true. Making Keenan Allen come back. Anyway, we should probably get a move on.
Yeah.
Anderson.
Yeah, let's talk about Anderson.
I do not want to face Anderson in the playoffs.
No, I'm very scared of Anderson's team. I literally just
hopefully LaMarvelous wins a couple more games out of luck and keeps him out.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to face Anderson's team.
We just to me the game that we just had felt like the finals. It felt like two explosive armies going to war, like the Battle of the Bastards in Game of Thrones or something. Like it was just totally nuts. I luckily snuck out a win, just barely, because I had one more touchdown than he did, which was it was like 16 touchdowns to 15 touchdowns or something by the end of the week from our offenses. It was ridiculous. His team is stacked. The only reason that he's 4-6 is from really unlucky schedule stuff. I don't know if you went back and looked, but he's just lost close games. And yeah, it's just wrong place, wrong week, wrong time type of luck. But I'm kind of hoping that he finds a way to not make the play. Oh, by the way, he obviously has the most points against in the league.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he finds a way to not sneak into the playoffs, and so someone gets to play LaMarvelous instead. Because like you said, I don't want to play Anderson's team. Commenting on his team a little bit, I've noticed. So when it was happening, I was like, I'm kind of surprised that Anderson keeps trying to get younger, because he I don't know if you remember exactly what happened, but he made a bunch of moves where he was moving guys that were 26, 27, 28 to make space for the Roma Dunzes on his team, or the Ted McMillans, or Caleb Williams. Oh, he got rid of a QB. I can't remember who the QB was, but he wanted to play Caleb and Jaden Daniels. And as it was happening, I was like, that might hurt him in the short term to like compete this year. But I will say all of these guys have stepped up, like Caleb Williams and Adunze. Travion is now stepping up. JSN is like god tier right now. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
The Daniel Jones trade, which we'll talk about that later, but Daniel Jones.
Yeah, let me see the Daniel Jones trade.
And obviously, like, Jonathan Taylor, it's been awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the fact he is, I don't know if you've seen this, but he's been stashing Bucky Irving all year, not cashing out on the value, and he's just like waiting for him. But he hasn't had Bucky Irving like all year.
He probably just believes in Bucky Irving, like his. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. And
I don't know how to play him.
He has 4 2027 ones, which that draft class looks a lot better than this year's class. And he has Darren's one this year. So that's going to be a great pick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just hope I don't have to play him again. That's all I'm going to say about it. But I think I have one more game against him toward the very end of this year. I think it's like week 15 or 14. Yeah, week 14 I play him again, so I'm not looking forward to that. Hopefully he has some good players on bye that I don't have to face. But yeah, so Anderson, very unlucky so far. I hope you don't make the playoffs so I don't have to play you. That's all I'm going to say about it.
The real big brain is you want the bye so you don't have to play Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I love that we have buys now, so I don't have to. Because honestly, I would be probably more scared of him, no offense, than your team and Perv's team. He's just
I don't blame you at all.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all.
So next we got 6-4 Lamarvelous, which we've talked a little bit about Lamarvelous. This team probably looked very different 3 weeks ago and probably looked totally insanely different week 1. Right now, we're rocking Bo Nix. I got to look at this Bo Nix trade because we've talked about him already. So Bo Nix was on Darren's team for 15 days? 20 days maybe? And they literally just traded him back and forth. So Lamarvelous got a 1 and Justin Fields and stuff, and Darren got Bo Nix, and then somehow Darren sent Bo Nix away and didn't get the 1 back. He got a whole bunch of 2s and 3s and stuff. So I don't even know what to make of this. But yeah, so he's got Bo Nix now. Chase Brown has made the rounds a little bit.
It looks like his plan is just have a bunch of young guys, see who sticks, and then either next year or in 2028. It's like he has 5 first-round picks in 2028.
Is that right? Yeah.
And 6.
Yeah,
I think his plan is probably like see who sticks the next year, trade all that capital.
Yeah.
For good players.
Right.
Make a run then.
Yeah.
It probably isn't the worst idea in the world.
No.
If he sticks with it.
It's funny too, because like he's accidentally like in playoff contention, despite having very low amount of points relative to the rest of the playoff teams. He won. He just keeps winning like really low scoring games, and so now he's 6-4, and he's
beat me last week. I was so mad.
Oh yeah, your guys' game was insanely low scoring. What happened? 118. Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Sam
2
Darnold.
points from Mooney, 6 points from Jefferson, 3 from Sutton. Oh my gosh. 6 from Darnold. That's crazy.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if you saw that Seahawks game.
Oh my
but
gosh.
Like,
oh yeah, it was 44 to 20. That game, yeah.
But like immediately they got like 2 fumble return touchdowns in like the first quarter. And from that moment on, they were like, okay, I guess we're just not passing the ball again.
Yes, so he passed the ball 12 times and somehow managed to fumble twice and throw a pick? How did he even do that? That's like he barely touched the
Yeah.
ball. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that seemed like an insanely fluky game. Um, and yeah, so Marvelous won starting Terrell Jennings and Chris Moore. He had 2 zeros on his offense. And he still won.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And
Yeah.
a 1 point game from Zacchaeus. Jeez.
It probably it would be extremely like I'd be so mad whenever he beat me or like got farther than me, but it would actually objectively be funny if he won everything. And like if he like scored 150 points and just like somehow managed to win the title.
Dude, his yeah, that run would be legendary. But yeah, I mean he no offense, Lamarvelous does not have like a playoff winning roster right now. But he might make the playoffs over Anderson, which is pretty insane. So we will see how it goes. Obviously, yeah, like you said, he looks like he's stashing a lot of ones from 2028 to probably turn that into something later. So we'll see what he does this offseason. I'm sure he will be doing a whole lot of trades, even for the rest of this year. But all right, next we're going to move into what we would say is probably the big cream of the crop playoff contenders. So Mio, why don't you comment first on your season before I do?
Shout out to Sam Darnold. I did not believe in you at all, and you saved my season.
Dude, it's so funny. As soon as the Burrow thing happened, like, all right, tell me about the pit in your stomach when Burrow, like, was it week 1 when it happened or week 2? Yeah, tell me about how that felt.
It didn't feel good. It didn't feel good, and then I don't know if you remember this, but week 3 I was down like 20 points going into Monday night.
Okay.
To I think Kansas, and I was 0-2, and I was thinking, okay, like if I lose this, like I probably should like seriously look into just punting the season.
Yeah.
Which would feel terrible, just because like I have so many players that like the window isn't going to be open forever.
Right.
And then David Montgomery drops a 30 bomb, and I win.
That's
I won
crazy.
like 7 straight games after that.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the 30-point Baltimore game for Monty. I remember. I have Monty in redraft. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember.
I started winning right after that because Drake May was awesome, and
dude,
Sam Darnold is somehow awesome, and then I got Rasheed back.
Yeah, dude, you've had a lot of like I was gonna say that you've had some just unbelievably bad luck and some like unbelievably really good luck too. Like,
oh yeah,
the Sam Darnold thing. I'm gonna be real. Like, I thought as soon as he left the Vikings, it might be over. And he's just looked so good again. Like, I mean, he's not.
I thought the Seahawks were insane for going from Gino to Darnold.
I did too. I did too.
The single most vindicated decision of the entire offseason.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the Seahawks are amazing right now, and JSN like is completely unlocked because of Sam Darnold of all people. And the other one I was gonna say is like, I thought. The biggest part, not just Burrow going down, but also Chase, because like there was those 2 games where
I sort of believed in Jake Browning because of that 2 years ago, but
right,
that was pretty quickly.
Yeah, there was a couple Browning games, and I was like, oh, Chase might be like unplayable now too. Like he had a 5 for 23 game, and you're just like, oh man, and then they get Joe Flacco out of nowhere, the most like random thing, and it like completely unlocks Jamar Chase again, and that's just like
that 23 target game was amazing.
23 targets is so stupid, but yeah, I mean that's awesome.
Also, he's Jamar Chase, like
yeah. I mean you can't trade him, like you're just kind of stuck with bad games if and you can't like bench him. Like how are you gonna bench Jamar Chase? So yeah, and yeah, Rashee Rice coming back, that's huge. So, yeah, I mean, you've had some insanely bad luck, insanely good luck moments. Your team will obviously be contending. The Jaylen Warren trade, I think, was one of the best things you did this year. Or no,
Wait,
who am I
what?
thinking of?
Oh no,
James Cook. I'm thinking of James Cook. I'm sorry.
Jalen Warren I picked up as a UDFA
Yeah, yeah. No,
during training camp. Probably the single best free agent pickup I ever made.
yeah. No, he's turned out great. No, I was talking about the James Cook trade. Yeah, because then you like actually had you went from 0 RB to three RBs like pretty fast.
It's not like
Yeah, and he's definitely worth a one. He's been great this year. So, James Cook. You're still starting Zach Ertz, by the way.
I mean, who else are you gonna start? Who else am I gonna start?
Our tight end market in our league like is so locked up, it's crazy. I've tried to trade for probably every tight end that's in the top 10, and I can't, and so I'm just stuck starting Travis Kelce forever.
I think I said that. I think I said this before, but I think I might have said this last podcast. But tight end is such you're a top 3, 4, 5 guy, or you're just replaceable.
Or it just doesn't matter, yeah.
And that's how I feel about Zach Ertz. Like, okay, like, who am I gonna get that's actually gonna be consistent week to week upgrade over Zach Ertz?
Right.
I don't know.
Also, I remember we had the conversation at the very beginning of the year too about Drake May, and we were talking like, there's always the world where Drake May doesn't work out, and it's just kind of like it's kind of whatever. I'm sure you're happy to be living in the world where that is not true, and he's like insane this year. That's got to feel good.
It does feel good.
He's literally the number 1 player in our league right now, which is wild.
I believed in him pre-draft, and it's always good whenever you believe in someone pre-draft and you make the pick and then they work.
Yeah. You actually drafted him too, so he's been on your team the whole time. So that's cool. From draft day to MVP candidate. So, all right, next up, Jay Nyhart. He's had a bit of a whirlwind of a year too. He traded for Javonte. In that deal, he gave up Bucky, Bo Nix, and Tyreek. 2 of those guys have been dead all year, so that's got to feel really good. He gave up Bo Nix, but he got Dak, he got Javonte, he got Kenneth Walker, and a pick, and DK Metcalf, so that was pretty big for him.
Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a disappointment this year. Although I was never really high on him going into this year. Yeah, he's looking like he might get benched, but
Aaron Rodgers, I don't want to say career renaissance, but
yeah, he's looked pretty decent this year. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an Aaron Rodgers hater, but yeah, I mean he's at least playing good enough. He traded for Nico recently. Let's see.
That feels good.
Yeah, so
that feels good.
A 1. He got
I don't know
Lawrence.
how I feel about Rodgers now.
Yeah.
But I will say I think Aaron Rodgers is probably the best, from a talent perspective, the best quarterback I've ever seen. So I always feel like I don't want to bury him too much.
Right, that's true. Yeah, I mean he's one of the GOATs for a reason. Derrick Henry has been a little disappointing just because the Ravens' whole team was disappointing for most of this year, but that's
they might pull it together.
Yeah, I think this stretch run they're going to be really good.
I did hear a theory that it's because Patrick Ricard was out.
I could see that.
Their entire running offense was sort of built around Patrick Ricard.
Yeah, that does make sense. And yeah, so
also if you look at who they played, like it's just been good run defenses. Like Houston, the Rams, Detroit.
Right, that's fair. One of the biggest things that happened to Jay Nyhart this year was he traded Penix and a 3 for J.J. McCarthy and Cam Scattaboo. And, man, that was looking so good for so long. And then the injury came. And is it did he break his ankle? Is that right? Like his ankle's shot or something? Yeah, it just says ankle. I'm not sure. Fractured fibula. Ooh. Yeah.
Does it say if there was any ligament damage?
Ruptured deltoid ligament. So, yeah. But he should be ready to roll by OTAs and minicamp. So he'll be back next year. But man, yeah, the Scatterby thing was working out really well, and Travis Hunter was just starting to break out, and then he went on IR too. So couple guys that were really starting to clean for Jay now are now
We'll
not working.
talk about him later, but there's that 2-week stretch when Darren Waller looked like he was going to be.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was looking so nasty too. And then we got, of course, D-Money. Shout out to D-Money, feet picks and all. What do you want to say about D-Money's season so far?
I'm sure he's probably annoyed that he's lost so much. But
yeah.
I personally love to see it.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things we could say about D-Money, obviously. I know that he's probably been frustrated because he hasn't had like Lamar all year. Saquon's been kind of mid this year. Pickens has been like a really good pickup for him.
Pickens has been a revelation.
Yeah. I just like every time I go back and look at Lamarvelous trades, it just like grinds my gears.
He lost Malik, he lost Hampton, he lost
yeah.
Obviously like he drafted Brooks right ahead of Drake May.
Yeah. That's
I'm sure he looks back at that like, oh.
Yep. That's funny to think about now. Yep. Just so many things. So what I was going to say is I look at this Pickens trade with Lamarvelous from September. Lamarvelous got Diggs, Hollywood, Charbonnet, and a 2, and gave up a 1 and George Pickens. How did that happen? Well, I don't know. Anyway, I honestly,
how did that happen?
I don't know. That was 2 months ago. But I get anxiety looking like if it were my team, having both Dallas receivers every week would give me major anxiety because if they ever have like a stinker, you're gonna get like 2 zeros instead of 1. That kind of freaks me out. But so far for Pickens and Lamb, that hasn't been a problem like this whole year. So
luckily their defense is terrible.
His defense is so bad, yeah, it doesn't even matter. Trey McBride's been really good. He got Judkins from Marv also for a 1 and a 2. That's fair value for Judkins.
I think that's honestly part of me thinks that might be an underpay for Judkins.
It might be, yeah. Judkins is awesome. ETN is still here. Yeah, I mean his team's really good. He's gonna be in the running.
Years. We've known that for all season. He's got a good team. He's gonna be there in the playoffs.
Yep.
Just a matter of matchups and who shows up when.
Yep. So we'll
shout out to Marion Gadsden.
Yes, I love Gadsden.
Aronde Gadsden.
Aronde, yeah. I tried to get him from D-Money, obviously, but
great pickup.
Tight ends are untouchable in our league, so it just is what it is. Next, we got Perv. Perv is the 8-2 team.
Absolutely amazing bit how he openly just does not spend any time on his team.
It is funny. Like
and it's like I'm sorry, I'm so busy. I'm doing all this.
he just adopted a kid. Yeah.
Just adopted a kid.
Yeah.
And then you look at his boobs and it's like, well, that worked and that worked and that worked and that worked.
Yeah. The funny bit that continues to happen is this: he just doesn't take L's when it comes to the draft, like at all. So he, just like everyone he drafts turns to God tier. Like Tyler Warren just been absolutely phenomenal all year. He's got Jackson Dart, who unfortunately is hurt now, but was just looking like just completely tore up the league. He has 17 touchdowns already. I mean, just I don't know how he does it. What was Dart pick? Dart was pick. He was 111 this year, and he was just tearing it up.
I specifically remember him saying that his 2 targets going in were Tyler Warren and Jackson Dart.
Oh yeah, and people laughed. I remember that. like I remember.
I might have laughed.
I remember the room was like, oh, Jackson Dart, ew, and that was kind of it. And now Jackson Dart just swagged out all season so far. Yeah, so like two funny bits are like he doesn't spend a lot of time on his team. He's kind of like he does the Kansas thing, but it like actually works. That's that's the thing where he just like.
I think it worked for Kansas. Kansas has 2 rings.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair. Kansas does have 2 rings. I meant like for this year, but yeah, but like the draft picks have worked out. He also, and it's just been frustrating, but his team until very recently is like never hurt. Like I never see guys on his IR. Now Garrett Wilson just went on IR, and so did Sam Laporta and Jackson Dart and stuff. So like now he's facing some injuries, but it feels like he never had injured guys like ever. So
He always has good depth.
Yeah.
Because he never misses on his picks.
Yes.
So he just.
Yeah, even like Ricky Pearsall is like playing well. Zay Flowers. Yeah, I don't know. And then of course the notorious picking up Kyron and Puka that just like sent his team to the moon in the first place. It's pretty wild.
I think it's still crazy to me because Kyron was on the bench his entire rookie season.
Yep. Yeah, no one
and
cared.
He just held on to him.
It is insane. Yep. Yeah, he just held him the whole time, and he's had Kyron his whole career, which is insane. So, yeah, so he's going to be good. He hasn't done a whole lot this year that I remember, like huge moves or anything. But yeah, we're going to see him when the time comes in the playoffs. And then, of course, you got me. Now, my team, 9-1. We just went through the absolute war with Anderson. First team to 2,000 points this year. My only loss is to Mio when I missed my 5 receivers that 1 week. I was joking with D Money because I've always been really big on putting more capital into receiver than running back because running backs tend to get blown up and hurt all the time. The ironic thing is that my receivers have been on and off hurt, and my running backs have been complete Iron Man the whole year. Like Gibbs and Achane have not gotten hurt, and they're both like kind of undersized, which is funny. Yeah, like I also spent a lot of this year trying to get just a tad bit younger. Like I went out and traded for Drake London because he's 24. I went out and traded for McConkey because he's 24. Like I want to make sure that I'm.
You've been trying to get rid of AJ Brown.
I've been trying to get rid of AJ Brown all year. I think everyone knows that.
Well, even like before the season, you were like, "Yeah, I probably should get rid of AJ Brown. He's starting to get too old."
I can smell it. I can smell it.
He's just hasn't been good enough for anyone to want to trade for him.
I know. I keep waiting for like the boom weeks because that's when you're like, okay, so I can see the potential. Like everyone knows AJ Brown is good. It's just a matter of like.
Honestly, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's another guy. I think if you're a rebuilder, I would target AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Just because like he's gonna have enough good seasons that you're probably gonna. I don't know. I think he's worth trying to get and then flip next year during the off season.
Right. I have not received greatness very often from RJ Harvey yet, but Dobbins just went on IR, so I'm guessing that the run is really going to start after this bye week. They have Kansas City, then a bye, and then it's Washington, Las Vegas. They get Green Bay, which isn't great, and then Jacksonville. So I think that's going to be the Harvey run. Rico Dowdle,
I'll be sure to pick up Jaleel McLaughlin
for the inevitable Harvey blown out knee. Yeah, it very well could be. But one thing that absolutely just crushed for me was trading for Matthew Stafford from LaMarvelous. Literally the 2 weeks that I played him, he had 5 touchdowns and 4 touchdowns off my bench, which was killer. But yeah, so I'm just honestly, I think I have a really good shot as long as no one gets hurt, and that's kind of how I'm looking at it. And if I get some major injuries, then I'll cry, and that's it. But yeah, I don't know. What do you want to say about my season?
Yeah, you've had a great team. You've always had a great team. Uh, Shout out to Gibbs for taking that next step, and for Achan for being a stud. That's my duo in redraft. So like,
Yeah, that stack is so insane. Gibbs and Achan, they're just like the weird thing about Achan. Like I don't know if you watch a lot of Achan clips or Dolphins games or whatever, but he doesn't like he's 190 pounds and it's obvious, but he also just something about his burst makes him like really hard to arm tackle, and he always is falling forward too. It's really weird to watch. Like he's built like a cornerback, but also pulls people. It's weird. So, yeah, he's just been a stud. I have a there's not like a
Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts is gonna carry you really far.
Yeah,
even if the rest of your team is. Yeah, like Allen, Gibbs, Achan, Hurts, and then you can just put anyone. I don't want to say put anyone, but you can get replacement level from everyone else and still be good. And the fact that you still got Amon-Ra, Drake, and them.
Yeah.
And Rico. Second coming of Emmitt Smith.
Yeah. Dude, I'm a Rico truther, and even I like don't understand how he's having like 200-yard games and stuff. But it's funny. So, all right. So yeah, we'll see how it actually goes, but I think we should go through surprise teams now. I'll give you mine and you can tell me what yours are, but surprise teams in the positive direction. I just said you.
That's true.
Just because after the Burrow injury, I was like, oh no, like this might be cooked.
He's done.
Because you obviously are riding so much on the Burrow Chase stack. But then Drake May, MVP candidate, Sam Darnold, amazing. Jamar Chase somehow got Joe Flacco to survive, and like you traded for James Cook, and suddenly your team is like just as good as ever without like your captain, like your dude Joe Burrow. So it's pretty amazing. So that's why I said you were like my biggest like shocker surprise, like still 7-3 team. So.
I don't know. Are there really any other like good surprise teams? I feel like everyone else who got injured sort of.
I think we kind of expected everyone else here. I guess you could say LaMarvelous being 6-4 with what he's done so far this year.
You know what? Yeah, that's probably like as good as you can get.
Yeah. And then on the.
I thought.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no! Just going to the negatives. I thought. If you told me CMC was going to be healthy all year, I would have thought that Dev would have had a much better season.
Yeah.
But Purdy and Kittle died.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, he's just. Yeah, he's kind of stuck in this, like everything kind of is riding on CMC, and if he's not there, that's kind of it. And even him playing at an elite level, you know, Dove is still 2-8 right now.
Yeah,
so
that's the thing with having 17 starters is that one guy isn't going to win you the game.
Right.
But it also means that one dud isn't going to lose you the game. You know, really, like this really emphasizes depth.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. But
yeah, I put for my negative surprise teams, I just put Omlinator just because I expected great things this year. He really had a great offseason. Or so we thought, and then just some of this stuff with, like Geno. I think Geno and Tua are probably two of the most disappointing quarterbacks this whole year. And to have both is just pain. So
and then Terry and Mike Evans got hurt.
Yeah, Mike Evans and Terry getting hurt, and
And like he just didn't have the depth to take all those hits.
No, but I will say Kyle, great management on finding a way to turn this into 4 first-round picks for the offseason, because you can absolutely bounce back with that. So that's good. And then the other negative I put was just Anderson as well. I have no idea how you're 4-6 with the points you've scored. He's the only other 2,000 point scored team. He's 4-6, and I'm 9-1. That's crazy. Yeah, it's really not your fault, dude. Obviously, you know that. It's just the luck of the draw sometimes. So yeah.
Feel bad. But as a playoff team, I will take it.
Exactly. So all right, so we made a list of biggest surprise players to the midway point, and I'll just kind of read through them and we can talk about each one. So the first one is JSN, obviously. One of the...
I was not expecting this from JSN.
Yeah, like I thought he was going to be good. So like I was really high on him when he came into the league. He was for sure my like number one receiver from that draft class. And I thought he was going to be okay. And then after the rookie year, I was like, okay, maybe I'll adjust expectations. Maybe he'll be like just a decent slot receiver. You know, like a I don't know, like Cooper Kupp, except for that one crazy year, right? And then he had 100 catches last year, and I was like, oh, okay. But he didn't really turn it into a whole lot. Like his yards per catch were like 8, or 11, sorry. Yard per attempt, like 8.
Yeah, like he was definitely the underneath guy.
Yeah, right.
I hate that guy.
So I expected him to be like top 12, top 15. And I also was not a believer in Sam Darnold this offseason, so I was kind of like, whatever. But, dude, like being the clear and away number one receiver this year and like putting up like easy 100-yard games like every single week is so crazy. Yeah, I don't even know. He's just like insane right now. And he looks different too. Like the way he moves on the field just does not look like everybody else. Like it kind of reminds you of watching like Devontae Adams, where there's just like a movement that he has that's just like not like all the other receivers. So
yeah, passes the grandma test, which is if your grandma watched the game, you were like, okay, like which of these players is the best?
Yeah,
she pointed at Joe's head.
Right, 100%.
Like you don't need to know.
Yeah.
About football to tell, like, okay, like that's the best player on the team.
Yeah, like that dude's just different, right? Yeah. Second player I put was Drake May. Obvious reasons. He's number one in our league right now overall. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy because like I thought it might be like year 3.
Patriots fans in kindergarten finally get to see what a elite QB looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fair to be a Patriots fan and like have like a couple bad years and then get Drake May right after Tom Brady, but yeah, he might legit win the MVP. I don't know if you looked at the rest of his schedule. It's like freaking easy. He's got Cincinnati.
The schedule he's had so far is freaking easy.
Yeah, I know, but it's the AFC schedule this year. He's got Cincinnati, he's got the Giants. Buffalo's kind of hard. Baltimore might be hard when they get some guys back, but then he's got the Jets and Miami again. So he very easily could win the MVP this year. Yeah, he looks amazing right now. It's also weird that he still does not really have like a roster. Like he's got Stephon Diggs, Booty, Kyle Williams, Pop Douglas. Travion has been really good now, but like he doesn't have like a star.
That started 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. So like I kind of expect him to be like better, but like not this good. So shout out to Drake May. I also put just like the entire Colts roster as a big surprise for this year.
How bad was Anthony Richardson? Like,
dude, I know.
I thought they were crazy for like moving off of him, and now I look at it, I'm like, oh wow.
No, and the other thing is just like something weird is happening where I know we're not supposed to be like, oh, this is the next Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, turn your career around moment, but like this has been happening a lot. like at what point are we just gonna be like, there's just some franchises and some owners and some teams and some guys that are just like I don't know. It just I'm starting to believe a lot more that we need to like focus in on the whole upper structure of management and coaching and everything almost as much as the player, because like how does Daniel Jones just start doing this the second he gets there?
Well, like Darnold and Baker both went through Carolina. Carolina was like,
yeah,
you guys don't look good.
Right. Right, yeah, and Carolina had like literally all of those guys. yeah. I totally even forgot about Baker too. Baker's been amazing too. Jonathan Taylor looks like nutty again this year.
He's always been nutty. It's just the offense wasn't
right, or being hurt or whatever too. That guy, he does tend to miss a lot of games. This year he's just been like super solid. So they're a whole roster. I mean, they saved Michael Pittman from the grave. Tyler Warren looks good.
Can you make a case that, judging by what happened to the team he joined and what happened to the team he left, that Tyler Warren is the best football player ever?
I mean, he might be able to. Tyler Warren, dude. And by the way, I love that D-Money is sticking to his principles, saying that Tyler Warren is still bad. So we will maybe after like 3 or 4 or 5 years in the NFL doing it well, he will give him his props and say that it was okay that he didn't break out junior year of college. But we will see. But yeah, he's
this is an aside. This is an aside, but that is the one reason I'm still leaving a light on for Drew Aller, is I have absolutely no faith in that Penn State coaching staff.
Yeah,
to develop players.
I agree.
Like, that is the one reason.
I'm an Aller hater, but I get where you're coming from.
I'm still leaving a light on, just in case he was just held back that badly by Penn State.
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, but Warren has looked great from the jump this season. I think also just like the Colts offense is made for a pass catching tight end, because they're going to run some heavy sets with JT like all the time. So it makes sense. Couple other guys we threw on here for exciting breakout players. Rico Dowdle, we already talked about. It makes no sense. He's 27. He overtook Chuba because he ran for 200 yards on the Dolphins. I even told D-Money at one point, I was like, so his 200-yard games that are back-to-back, they came against, in my opinion, the worst tackling teams in the league. It was the Dolphins team and then the Cowboys. And I was watching the Dolphins just like completely whiff arm tackle after arm tackle after arm tackle on Rico Dowdle that I thought he was going to go down to. And then I knew the Cowboys game was coming up next. So I think his season has been a little bit skewed because of just those two games in particular. But
two games count.
Yeah, they do. But then he ran it up on the Packers too, and I was like, you know what, YOLO, like let's just keep going. So
I mean, Carolina, for all their flaws, has definitely built a good rushing environment.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I mean, like, you don't want to put the ball in Bryce Young's hands. Like, do you think Bryce Young is like officially done after this year?
No, but yes.
I mean, like, it feels like he's only getting this many chances because they don't have another option. Like there hasn't been a QB draft class that like people have been like excited about.
Yeah.
It feels like that's the only reason that he's because the only reason you would even think that is like,
I don't think he's terrible from like a football play standpoint. I think he genuinely just is too small.
He does look really small. He looks like Kyler Murray with like no like solid frame. It's weird.
I think he just physically cannot see over the line.
Like, get this guy surgery.
And that means that he can't. And because he can't see over the line, he can't consistently make throws over the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, he's I don't know, dude.
I think he has the brain, like the processing and all that, and I think he has the toughness to do it. He's just too small.
Yeah.
I didn't really believe that.
It is funny. Yeah. So, next guys I had Jackson Dart. We already talked about a little bit. I'm starting to second guess myself every time I hear laughing or like what the heck's in a draft process, because there's so many examples the last like 5 or 10 years where that happens. Like the easy one that everyone talks about is the Porzingis draft. Like, oh my gosh, what the heck is possibly happening when Kristaps Porzingis got drafted, and like all the Knicks fans like wanted to light the city on fire, and then he was like amazing for them. So when I heard the Jackson Dart stuff happen, I was like, you know what? This is gonna be one of those, isn't it? Like it's gonna be one of those where we all laughed, and then this dude like balled out, and of course, sure enough, like obviously we don't know how the rest of the story goes yet, but so far he's looked like, like Josh Allen light, where he's running a touchdown in every single week. He's throwing on the run a lot. He threw 10 touchdowns. He hasn't been. I mean, his completion percentage definitely needs some work, but he kind of reminds me of like rookie sophomore Josh Allen. You know what I mean? Now, if he turns into the actual Josh Allen, is a whole other story. But yeah,
this might sound crazy. I think he reminds me of rookie year Jalen Hurts.
I could see it. I could definitely see it. There is some similarity there, other than him being exciting white, obviously. But we have to talk about QJ. Derek will not let me live if I don't bring up QJ as an exciting player from this year. I will say, without the touchdowns, to pour some.
Doesn't count.
I know touchdowns do count, but without the touchdowns, like the target share and the yards and stuff really dropped off after week 4. The first 4 weeks, he was like literally on fire. And then it kind of dropped off a little bit. It started to go back to McConkey, and that's also when Gadsden was breaking out. I can't. It's unbelievable to me that like the Chargers, the pluses for McConkey at the beginning of the year were, oh my gosh, he's like the only guy there. And then Keenan Allen came back, QJ broke out, and Gadsden broke out, and now they have like 4 guys there. It's like out of nowhere. It was so fast. So yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I mean he was. Even if this was fleeting, it was good to see him. Good to see.
You know who he kind of reminds me of now? Is like he's kind of giving me like the same energy that I get from like Jamison Williams, where like he could be the long touchdown guy, or like break a big one on like less targets or whatever. Not exactly like the route runner you want, but definitely like one of the better athletes on the field. So I could see him kind of settling into that type of role for them. So
yeah, definitely a boomer bust.
Yeah, definitely feels like that. And of course, Javonte Williams had a just somehow healthy year, and he just looks like Javonte from 3 years ago out of nowhere. It's very weird. I was not expecting him to hold on to this job all year. So
I think it sort of makes sense in retrospect. Just Dak is good enough that defenses want to let you run the ball.
Right, that's true.
And like they don't really have anyone else on the roster, so
yeah, that's fair.
He just sort of gets it by default.
All right,
it's sort of. I don't want to say it's proof that that running backs don't matter, but I feel like running backs don't matter is making a little bit of a resurgence this year.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair for sure. All right, so give me some of your list. I'll pull them up on the screen.
Big one was George Pickens. Obviously, the injury helped, but there was a school of thought that said, whatever Mike Tomlin lets go of a wide receiver, they're going to crash out and die. And he just okay, like, you laugh, but, like, that was a real narrative.
I know.
That was a real narrative.
Wild.
And now, like, George Pickens, turns out he's great. Who knew?
He's super good. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just was thinking about like, what is it with the Steelers, man? Like how Deontay Johnson's a problem, George Pickens is a problem. Of course, they had AB, who was a huge problem. Like what? What is it with all these Steelers guys that end up like in all these weird places? Didn't Pickens like almost get in a fight? Was it like a week or 2 ago? I feel like I was watching a clip of that.
Pittsburgh, he would get into fights like every week.
Yeah, it's insane. So, yeah. But no, I mean, like on the field, I mean, he's a stud. And it's crazy that a defense has to worry about him and CeeDee Lamb at the same time. So, yeah, right.
Other one which is almost just as big is Stafford. I don't want to say I thought Stafford was done, I thought he was, because last year he was very much. Some weeks he was good, and some weeks he was bad, and I thought that was gonna basically like be more of that this year. And like if they win, like if they get the 1 seed, Stafford might win MVP.
He's like the favorite right now. It's him and Drake May. It's crazy.
Like, I was not expecting MVP match Stafford.
Yeah, I mean, the last like,
and like I was a long like back in 2019, back whenever he was on the
Lions. Yeah.
On the Lions, I was a Stafford truther.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely do. Yeah, the last month has had, what is that, like 14 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns, and no picks, with like an insane completion percentage. He's just been like dominating. So, yeah, he looks insane right now.
Devontae Adams.
Yes, yeah, Devontae Adams has been really good too. He's like
we talked a little bit about Gadsden.
Yeah, we should bring in Gadsden again.
But I don't know, just if I thought he was going to be good, I would have drafted him.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I mean, I am always like dumbfounded that like a guy like this can slip through the cracks of the draft and everyone analyzing everything, and yeah, he looks insane. He's huge. He's got the pedigree, like his dad was in the league, like yeah.
He's crazy.
He just looks so huge.
And the final two, we talked a little bit about Scadaboo.
Yeah.
Scadaboo was great, then he died.
I know. You hate to see
Hopefully he comes back. But he was. I mean, I would have taken him.
Yeah. He reignited my love for eating crayons. You know, he just and punching drywall. You know, every time I look at Cam Scadaboo.
And then I have to bring him up for the 2 weeks that Darren Waller looked.
Oh yeah, dude. He looked great too. Everyone was posting the raps on the Twitter again. You know.
Yeah, it was. Shout out to Darren Waller. If you would have, when I heard that they were signing him again, I think I laughed.
He's so funny.
There was no way that was gonna work. And for 2 weeks it did, and that's 2 weeks longer than I expected. Shout out to Darren Waller.
He had 4 touchdowns in 3 weeks. Though. Yeah, I know. I can't. Yeah, the one where he gets stabbed on the beach. It's so funny. All right, let's run through some of these negative guys. These are our negative surprises of the year. Brian Thomas, dude. I don't get it. I don't get what it feels like. Trevor Lawrence doesn't like him.
What the Jags are doing. I don't get what the Jags are doing. I think we might have to slowly come to the sad realization that Trevor Lawrence might not be good at football.
I think it's Trevor Lawrence.
Like you can't.
Yeah.
We're not the. I have been a Trevor Lawrence truther for years. I think you sort of have to bite the bullet at this point and admit that he might not be good at football.
It looks like a totally like I think they might be a better team with Mac Jones. Like if they would have just kept Mac Jones out there, I legit think that like Mac Jones will make some mistakes, but like Trevor Lawrence just like I don't know. I don't feel like he can do it in the NFL, dude. Or maybe he's going to be the next Baker Mayfield that just needs to go to a new team and light it up or something. I don't know. But yeah.
I think he's good enough to like be a starter somewhere, but he's very rapidly running out of chances.
Yeah, no, for sure. You had Kyler on the list as well, or I had Kyler on the list. Excuse me. Yeah, just I don't know. Kyler also is doing this thing where it feels like he's playing really safe. He won't take shots downfield. And then you need a guy like Brissett to come in and light it up so that Marvin Harrison Jr. can get going. And I don't know. We talked about it earlier. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. It feels like he just never like figured it out.
Yeah.
And as he gets older and he starts to like, the athleticism doesn't cut it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It just sort of
Yeah, I don't know.
His play looks worse and worse.
I feel like Kyler's another guy that could use a new home, I think. I don't know where that'll be. Tua, very disappointing this year. He's still a top 20 quarterback right now. It's just the picks, dude. The picks are killing us. We'll see how he does the rest of the way because we have an easier schedule the rest of the way. But man, brutal. We're getting to one of my guys now.
Next. This I just want to say as an Eagles fan, this has been like a nonstop story.
Oh, I know.
2 months.
So
like,
what's your opinion of the AJ Brown thing?
I don't even know anymore, man. Like I get where every single person in this situation is coming from. And at the end of the day, I blame Kevin Patullo.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
He's the offensive coordinator.
Oh, okay.
And also, I kind of blame Hurts for not pulling the trigger more.
Yeah.
He's probably been drilled into his head. Don't turn the ball any over.
Yeah.
Because our defense and running game is awesome.
Right.
He needs to say no to the coaches and just start
whipping that thing.
Start ripping it.
It is weird because, like, I think this has got to be one of the first times I've ever seen this with he's been on the Eagles for 4 years. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts has been his quarterback for, I think, all of that, right?
Yeah.
And he has 2 years with 1,400 yards and like 150 targets. Mm-hmm. And last year I really started to see this. 2 Super Bowls.
2
right,
All
exactly.
Pros.
Right. So like it's not like you got a new team, a new quarterback and like stuff's not working. It's like this is the same place you've been this whole time with the same QB. It's so weird. Like and when you watch the game, it looks like the Eagles are just playing like as safe as humanly possible and they're winning. So like how can you be mad at them for it? Like they're going to win running the ball with Hurts and Saquon and dumping it off and hitting some crossers to Devonta Smith or whatever. Like they're going to win doing that. But it's crazy to have like a guy as good as AJ Brown in his prime and like not use him. It's so weird. I don't know, but yeah.
As an Eagles fan, this has been a nonstop story for. I don't even want to say 6 weeks. This has been a nonstop story for almost a full calendar year.
Yeah. Well, it started last year. Last year was pretty bad too.
Yeah. This has been going on for a full calendar year.
And it's hard.
And we're like 20-3
yeah.
during that run.
Right, and you literally just won the Super Bowl. So like, how can you say it didn't work? You know, that's the hard part. It's so weird. So yeah, AJ Brown, disappointing for fantasy, but is obviously still really good. And yeah, it's weird. But DJ Moore, this is another bit of a weird one. I expected, of all people in the world, Ben Johnson to find a way to use this guy, but yeah, it's been like the same story all year for him. He's just like he's completely unusable in fantasy for the most part. He had one good game, but I think it was like a touchdown pass or something. I think he threw a touchdown. So yeah, just bizarre. I think DJ Moore needs a new home or something. And I put all 3 of these guys on here, but it's all kind of the same story, I think. Well, not exactly. I put Alvin Kamara on here as a just disappointing guy. I have always been a huge Alvin Kamara fan, but it looks like it's probably over. He's 30 now. This team is really bad. Next year he'll be 31 with probably a rookie quarterback or something. Yeah, this.
Tyler Shuck.
Nah, I mean.
Don't believe in Spencer Rattler.
No, not the Rat Man. No. So I put Alvin Kamara on here. I put Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is not over. He's probably gonna have a really good rest of the year, with the Ravens now being more healthy. But he's definitely slowing down like a little bit. But
Like in redraft, you took him in the first round, and you probably feel terrible about it.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, but it's mostly the fault of just the whole team being like super hurt. And then, how do you feel about Saquon's year? I would love to know from an Eagles fan's perspective.
The O line has not been as good as the reputation would suggest.
Yeah,
I think he's probably. I think he's probably around as good as he was last year. It's just the offensive line isn't as dominant. The teams are a bit wiser to it, and so it just isn't working.
Yeah, it's been super weird to watch because I feel like it's not him, like you're saying, because he very obviously still has the juice and can break one. But yeah, he's a full 2 yards per carry lower than last year.
Also, last year he had a bunch of explosives.
Oh, just insane.
And he's just not getting anything this year.
Right. His receiving is about the same exact thing as last year. But yeah, his rushing is like he might barely break 1,000 yards, and last year he had 2,000. That's crazy. Like that's a full 1,000-yard drop from last year. It's just.
I mean, also there's also this sense where last year was just everything.
Oh yeah,
perfectly.
Yeah, that last year was a special season for sure. Yeah. No, absolutely.
And then this year it just wasn't.
Yeah. So we'll see if he gets to 1,000. I think Jackson Dart has more rushing touchdowns than him too. Jackson Dart had like 7. So yeah.
Well, we'll get into Jackson Dart a bit later.
Yeah.
I do wonder what's going to happen with the bowling gone because Dable was very big on QB runs.
Yeah. You said so. You put on here for your negatives, and I'll pull them up again. The first one was Chase Brown.
Yeah. I remember in redraft, Chase Brown was going at the same spot as like James Cook.
Oh,
like,
dude,
he was
going high, dude. He was going really high.
And like obviously part of this is that like the offense just died when Burrow died.
Yeah.
But you still feel bad. And then 3 guys. Gino. Yeah, Gino just was bad. He's bad.
Yeah, and this looks like it's actually like Gino's fault too. Like a lot of the games have just been like I have no idea what he's looking at.
Yeah. Pumpkin finally came for him.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy, like I was a huge KOC could make everyone work guy.
Yeah, me too.
And then seeing Darnold ball out and
Dude.
JJ McCarthy look pretty bad as we're questioning this.
Have you heard the thing about 9? Have you heard about this?
Oh yeah. That is the craziest thing.
Dude, I was cringing so bad when I was hearing about this. He's calling himself 9 like he's Batman, like it's an alter ego. And he's in the locker room hyping himself up, like punching the mirror. It's just I don't even know what to say. It's so weird.
You can tell he was coached by Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
All I'll say about that.
Right. Yeah, that dude, he's something else. And then you have unfortunately you got Cam Ward on here.
I thought the Titans were going to be a lot better than they were this season.
I was expecting a lot better from Cam Ward, to be honest. Now their team is terrible, but yeah.
I was expecting Cam Ward to look good. I thought he was going to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And then that entire organization is just a mess.
Oh,
but,
it's so bad.
It's sort of like, well, like you said, like I don't trust the Titans organization with anything.
No.
It's like how much of this is Cam Ward's fault, and how much of it is that he's just living in a tire fire? Like,
yeah, I feel like when I watch Cam Ward, I still feel like he's got it. I still feel like he's like he could definitely still be like a top 12 quarterback like eventually. But it feels like he has no receivers, he has no line. Like they look like a barely D1 offense playing in the NFL is what they look like. They're just not good. So we'll see next year after a full off season where they can spend money and get some guys. They've been missing Calvin Ridley all year too, so yeah. Well, let's do our redraft thing. So did you want to do like
Well, we were hoping just to hoping to get a guess, but then it never really worked.
yeah. So
I guess. Do you want to do like make like one of us
yeah,
does one?
yeah,
And then
let's
two,
do
3, 4, 5.
yeah, let's just do the first round and let's do like the top 12 picks.
Okay.
And then do you want to do it as super flex or like a regular like standard league?
Oh, like our league.
Like our league,
That,
okay.
that
And you're saying dynasty or redraft? Dynasty top 12. Oof, okay. All right, let me think about this for a second.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, you meant
the
first round of last year's draft.
Of like
Of the rookie draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right, I got you. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull up the draft results just so I can see the picks.
Do you want to like pause the video so you can think about this more? Or
You know what? I kind of just want to go in blind. I feel like I can do this. I feel like I can do it.
Because I have like 1 through 12 lined up already.
Okay. Here, you start talking a little bit about you do 101 and I'll make a list. Okay.
101. Do you have a what's it called? A soundboard of the little draft jingle?
I don't think so. No, that's okay.
Okay, but with the first pick in the 2025 rookie redraft, I would take Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver.
Emeka Egbuka. So tell me why Egbuka over say Genty or Hampton or McMillan or
because he's awesome.
Dude.
Because he's awesome. He was awesome from the moment he stepped on the field. Like, I was not expecting. Like, I don't know. I thought he was gonna be like JSN, where he had to sit for a year, and he was immediately made everyone else on that team, which is a good offense, look terrible. Not look terrible, but made them look mid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would take Egbuka too. I think 101. So the only thing I could see if you wanted to get real Okay, so tell me. So I'll tell you who my 102 is, and we can kind of argue over these two guys. So
Okay.
I would probably go 102. I think I would still go Genty.
Oh yeah, I have Genty
At 102. The Raiders are so bad.
Yeah, but he's also like so good.
I know that like.
Like,
the thing is,
that's the thing. Like,
I know, yeah. And if you watch him, you're like, oh, that's still the guy. Like, that's still Ashton Genty in there. Yeah, I think 102, I would still go Genty. So, and obviously it's gonna depend on your team needs. Like, if you're deep at running back, you might go Egbuka. If you're deep at receiver, you might go Genty. But
I don't know. I feel like almost any team build, I would go Egbuka 1. Like 2 through like whatever was like sort of rough for me. 101 was very clear tier break between 101 and 102 for me.
Okay. Yeah, I was I don't know. I'm trying to think about future forecasting too, and I don't know how Egbuka gets like bad. You know, like next year it's gonna be him and Baker. Baker's still young enough. Egbuka's still very young. They're going to probably be without Mike Evans and Godwin here in the very near future. But Egbuka, like, no matter what, like, his role is secure.
Yeah. Like, he's on a team that wants to throw the ball. And they clearly already trust him. Like, I don't know. He's been such a smash hit. I think he's amazing.
So,
I would take him over Genty. Very, 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 very comfortably.
So here, I'll pull up a doc. So we got 101. We're saying Emeka Egbuka, which, by the way, I hate to keep digging in the wound of Kyle, but that's got to feel horrible to know.
I mean, we were both in the I remember both of us in like pre-draft were like, not pre-draft, but in the one pod we were both like, yeah, Mecca Buka, I love this guy.
Yeah.
And like neither of us expected this.
No, not even a little bit. No, I can tell you for sure I was not expecting not expecting what we saw already. So who would you go number 3 then? So Egbuka and Genti are off the board.
Number 3, and this is going to be different than yours. I put Amari in Hampton.
You put Hampton, okay.
Hampton, even with the injury, I thought he looked great before the injury.
He did.
I have a lot of long-term faith in this Chargers organization to be like number 1, like a good offense, and number 2 to want to run the ball. Like everything you would like, his situation is just so pristine, and he's good.
Yeah. Yeah, the only concern I have is his injury right now, but if he's gonna get better.
Yeah. But I would.
No, he looked very good though.
Easily. Well, not easily, but like these are a lot, like the gap between Genti and Hampton is a lot smaller than the gap between Genti and Egbuka in my mind.
So
like I think from Genti to like 7. I don't want to say they're all interchangeable, but I could see a case for all of them.
The other thing we should say is that
I took Egbuka, Genti, and then I took Hampton.
Yeah. So I'm at 104. We should point out that Travis Hunter went 102 in our league, and he has still not been picked yet. That's a really tough one.
The thing, Travis Hunter's going to be rough because he's out for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And so like he's going to be like if you're drafting him now, he's a 0 this season,
right?
And you don't know how he's going to respond.
Yeah. But I'll go 104 here. And we're saying it's our league, right? Like our league scoring and our rosters and stuff. Okay, that makes it harder.
Well, I don't know if I'd say our rosters, but sort of like in a vacuum.
Okay.
Like our league.
No, I meant like it's Superflex.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm gonna just say if it were me on the board. I probably still take Junkins. I just when I watch Quinshon Judkins, dude, I'm like, that dude is a dog. Like he just I don't know. He looks like the only problem with him is like he plays for the Browns. Their team is perpetually in hell. They're not allowed to ever be good. God said the Browns are never allowed to do anything. So that makes that hard, but man, I feel like he's really good, and I feel like he's gonna get a lot of carries for a long time, and he's 21 right now, like he's young. So, yeah, I think I would take Judkins. The other guys in consideration for me there are Henderson.
Oh, don't.
Okay, I won't tell.
We can talk about those guys like.
Okay.
We can talk about those guys as they come.
Was there any part of you at 103 that wanted to take Judkins over Hampton or no?
I considered it. And I ultimately said no.
Okay.
Just because the environment is better, and I think they're roughly equal talent-wise.
Okay, gotcha. So 105, who would you take?
105. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Jackson Dart, quarterback, New York Giants.
That's what I was wondering about. Man, that's crazy. After so just so you know, 105 in our league was Cam Ward, 105
really?
in this past draft.
It was Genty,
Genty,
Travis Hunter,
yep,
Hampton, Tet,
Tet.
and then Cam.
Yeah. So 3 of those guys have not been picked yet. So Hunter, McMillan, Cam Ward have not been selected yet. So this draft is shaping up very differently.
I mean, it sort of has to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but even after just the midway point here. So
Jackson Dart, we've already talked a lot about Jackson Dart, but if he is mini Jalen Hurts, then like he's going to be a good player for the next 3 years for fantasy.
right.
Like if he's getting rushing touchdowns, and like maybe he won't with Dable gone, but if he's getting rushing touchdowns from your quarterback, like that's just way too valuable in Superflex. Pass up on.
All right.
Even some
So
of these other guys on the board.
yeah, I feel like at 106 I got to take Tet then. I still long term. I don't know if I say spell his last name. McMillan. There you go. I still long term very much believe in him.
Oh yeah.
I think he's going to be a target monster. I think the Panthers just need a freaking quarterback and need a better team.
Yeah, I took Ted in redraft, and he's been aces.
Yeah.
Everything I hope for.
Yeah, he's good, and he's not going to get the great games until he has a better team and a better QB. Like there's no world where Bryce Young is throwing 150 yards and a touchdown and a pick every week, and Ted McMillan is like, JSNing or Justin Jeffersoning, So the guy I think is stuck in purgatory for now, but I still think like the talent is really, really, really good. So.
Yeah, like if they get a real quarterback, I think he's gonna explode.
Yeah,
So somewhat similar to Nico.
Yeah,
and my understanding is that in college he played a lot more slot and not so much outside.
mm-hmm.
And like he was gonna have to learn outside. Like he was always gonna be a guy who wasn't the greatest year 1, and then year 2 is when you were gonna start to see it.
Right.
And so like if he takes a step forward, which I think is very plausible,
mm-hmm.
he's gonna be a great breakout.
Yeah.
You may not believe this, but it's 107. I had this guy over Judkins and Tet.
Really?
Which is
yeah,
Henderson.
okay. Sure.
There's like obviously these guys are all very close.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that you're crazy for feeling that way. Yeah.
Like recency bias maybe, but it seems like they've he's finally got it together.
They let him off the leash finally.
Well, I don't want to say they let him off the leash. It's probably as simple as like he finally learned the playbook.
Yeah. Well, and Ramondre was hurt.
Ramondre got hurt.
Yeah.
He's explosive, and I have so much long-term faith in this Patriots environment now.
That's true.
With Drake
That's
being
true.
amazing. Like,
yeah,
it's one of those things. Like, because like I'm sitting there, like, and I have like the 2 Ohio State backs back to back, and I looked at him like, okay, like, do I want to go with the guy who has Drake May, or do I want to go with the guy who has Dylan Gabriel?
right.
And like, I get that Judkins looks awesome.
Yeah,
but
it's different. It's different types of guys.
With Drake May.
Yeah, it's like Henderson profiles a lot like a Gibbs type player to me.
I mean,
which he's
like,
insane. Judkins just he gives me like old like Zeke Elliott type vibes. You know what I mean? Like 25 carries, like easily 150 yards, could score twice every. Like if he were in a good offense. Yeah. So that's the
like Prime Zeke was amazing.
Yes. Right. Exactly. I get the offense. Like the offense is so different.
Questions about Cleveland.
I I don't blame you. And honestly, you could flip those, and I wouldn't think that's crazy either. I think they're in the same conversation, Judkins and Henderson, which I mean, they were in the same backfield in college and everything. So
like I said this, but like for me, 2-3-7 was, I don't want to say flat, but
yeah,
I could see a plausible case for all of them going higher
right.
than I gave them. But there's a pretty big tier break from 7 to 8, so I'm curious to see who you would take.
So was this your top 7 altogether?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This was my top 7.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So I think there's probably a tier break here for me too. I might consider this guy in the tier as well. Which, by the way, we still have no Travis Hunter so far, which is pretty crazy because he went 102, and he can play DB. But I think that this guy belongs in this tier potentially. I'm curious to see what you'd say, but I'm putting Tyler Warren in here.
That's also high, I think.
Yeah, I feel like he has the chance to be one of the 5 tight ends in fantasy that you actually want to have. And that is a huge advantage, and he's on a really good team. So, yeah,
that's fair.
I think I'd put Tyler Warren there.
I probably understated him. I probably should have had him a bit higher. I don't know. I wouldn't put him not higher, but
yeah, you wouldn't take him over Travion, but because he's a tight end. But if but I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a 109.
109. This is where I bit the bullet and took Travis Hunter.
Yeah, this is probably where I would take him too. And it's pretty crazy, but I have horrible vibes around Jacksonville. And now he has the injury, and I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, part of it's the injury. I believe in the talent. It's just all the other stuff.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
hard. But obviously, Travis Hunter is the one guy who, when we do this podcast a year from now, if we do it, he could be we redrafted the 2025 draft and 101 Travis Hunter.
Right. Yeah, I could definitely
you just
see.
You just don't get 20-point games from DBs.
Right.
And he might be able to do that.
I saw his breakout game right before he got hurt. I watched a lot of that game. And dude, he had a lot of separation. He looked genuinely the receiver we saw in college, and I think that's still in there. I just worry about that organization as a whole, but yeah, it's the injury and the dysfunction that scares me. But if I could snap my fingers and he gets traded to the Niners and he's on their team next year, I'd be all in. But
oh man,
yeah, but obviously that's not gonna happen. So yeah. Now we're starting to get to the tough part here. So just to recap for everybody here, I'm gonna pull this up on my screen. So this past offseason, it was Genty, Travis Hunter, Hampton, McMillan, Cam Ward, Judkins, Henderson, Golden, Egbuka, Warren, Dart, Harvey. Okay. So far we have Egbuka, Genty, Hampton, Judkins, Dart, McMillan, Henderson, Warren, Travis Hunter, and now we're at 110.
This was a hard one for me.
This is so hard because I feel like the right answer is Cam Ward because he was literally the 101 in the NFL draft. But there's other guys that I kind of would rather have. It also depends on if I'm Darren and I need a quarterback really bad, I'm just taking Cam Ward here.
Yeah.
So this is where we start to get into really positional needy feelings. I'm gonna take Scattaboo. I'm gonna do it.
Really? I had him at 110.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're on the same wavelength. I feel like Scadaboo is like undeniable for the Giants now, and if they don't play him, like Giants fans are gonna come for their heads. So
Like the injury scares me, but
yeah,
also like I don't know, man. Just you watch Cam Scadaboo play, and
I
he's
know
on your fantasy team. Like
he's
you're
just
like,
such a vibe.
yeah, yeah.
I know, and he was starting to really look good, and the team loved him, and I think Jackson Dart loves him, and like he's gonna be integral to that team. So I don't know. I feel like at the 110 here, I would take the shot on him. Yeah.
Yeah. I also had him at 110. 111 I had Cam Ward. Just
Yeah, that was the other.
even
It
with
was between those
even
two.
yeah, that's how it was for me. It was also yeah. I mean we sort of talked about Cam Ward a bit, just how the vibes are rancid in Tennessee. But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, he's gonna get shots because he was the 101,
yeah,
and hopefully it'll work. And this is also where you're starting to run out of like good rookies.
right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is where you really start to be like you're definitely future casting. 112 is really hard too. There's three guys to me.
Yeah, 112 was probably the hardest pick of the entire thing for me.
Yeah, this. I mean,
I was very happy I could just pick one and just like go.
yeah. Oh man, that's really hard. I think this is what I would actually do. I would
Pick it
take
up.
Aronde Gadsden.
Oh,
I would. I would.
No way.
That's what I would do.
I also had Gedson.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I
can't
okay.
believe our back five was the same.
That's
we
insane.
we need to get someone else on here who doesn't think like us.
I know, the same wavelength. That's hilarious. But so to me the pick was between Gadsden, RJ Harvey, Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland obviously has the draft capital.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be good, but I also feel like Chicago is just like I don't know that he ever becomes like Trey McBride or.
I feel like if you just compare him straight up to if you compare what he's done in his situation to what Gadsden's done in Gadsden's situation, Gadsden is just better.
Yeah, and Gadsden he just looks like a dog, dude. Like he looks really good. And RJ Harvey's in consideration here too, but RJ Harvey does not stick out the way that Henderson or Judkins or whoever else does. And he's going to be good, I think, for the Broncos, but I don't know if he's ever going to be like great, elite. He's also going to be 25 next year. So, and if you're asking me what I would do, I would take the young beast tight end. So I would go Gadsden. So to recap here, Egbuka 101, Genty 102, excuse me, Hampton 103, Judkins 104, Jackson Dart 105, Ted McMillan 106, Travion Henderson 107, Tyler Warren 108, Travis Hunter 109, Cam Scadaboo 110, Cam Ward 111, and Aronde Gadsden Jr. At 112. So, yeah.
And if you disagree, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I'm sure no one will have any disagreements with any of that, obviously.
I mean, we didn't disagree with each other.
Yeah.
Except for I'm apparently higher on Travion Henderson than you guys.
It's funny because I drafted Henderson in my other dynasty.
You were all in on Henderson.
I like Henderson a lot. I like Judkins a lot too. I like them both very much. To me, I actually kind of like both of them as much, or maybe even a little bit more than Hampton. Although Hampton's in a way better team, better situation.
I think Henderson's in a comparable situation.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Henderson was getting Vrabeled for a little bit, but yeah, he's good now. So, all right, and the last little bit we had here was just two simple questions. So I'll ask you first, Mia, what your answers are. But basically, who do you think makes the last playoff spot? Is it Anderson or is it LaMarvelous?
I'm gonna say LaMarvelous actually.
You think he will?
Because Anderson plays you and he plays Impervious.
Ooh, that's tough.
In the last four, and he has to make up 2 games. obviously, like if they're tied, Anderson's going to win the points for pretty handily.
Yeah.
But if LaMarvelous can just like sneak out 1 or 2 wins,
That's true.
these next 2.
Yeah, he is in a way
You
easier
sneak
conference.
I don't even know who LaMarvelous plays the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's probably some mismatch of all these NFC guys. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean the two game difference here is pretty tough to
There's 4
overcome.
games left. There's 4 games left
Right.
in the season.
So Anderson has to win a lot of games in a row here, and he needs LaMarvelous to lose some games too. So yeah, I put that I think Anderson will make it, but dude, if he doesn't, that's that's brutal.
That's rough.
That's brutal.
That's brutal. That said, as a playoff team, I would be perfectly happy to see it.
And then who do you have? Who's your early prediction to win it all?
Man.
You can say yourself too, if you want.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be one of me, you, Jaden Earhart, Derek, or Impervious.
Yeah, we're kind of like the big 5 right now.
You know, I think Perf pulls it off. I think
That'd be crazy.
he'll check his team Tuesday after and be like, "Oh, I won."
He'll be like, "Oh yeah, nice free jersey." Yeah, he totally would. He wouldn't even know.
Yeah, and then he'll try to get it a small size for his adopted kid.
I was gonna say he'll get
shout out to the adoptive father.
Yes.
We love to see that. We promote that behavior.
There's 2 new babies.
Podcast.
I think the last time that we had a podcast, I didn't have a second kid. So, yeah. So we have a second baby for me and a second baby for Perv at the same time here. So, yeah, because we have a 2-month-old right now. So, yeah.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to all the babies.
He'll get a baby. I don't know who's on his team. Who do you think he'd pick?
He'd take like Zach Bond.
Baby Zach Bond jersey.
Baby Zach Bond.
Kid. And then
my
are baby's jerseys cheaper? Like
I bought a baby onesie for Emory and it was like $75. It was a Jalen Waddle one. So they're expensive. But not as expensive as the actual jerseys. But
maybe he can just take the rest of his cash.
Yeah, he probably he'll buy 2 of them for the 2 kids.
That's even better.
There you go.
Buy 2, get 1, and then you can use that to get 1 for your other kid.
Right. So I will. I'll just say that I think I'll pull it off this year. I'll do the redemption season after not making the playoffs last year because of how crazy our division was, and I will officially redeem myself and become a 2-time champion. So that's my prediction. If it goes wrong, I never said it, and I never proclaimed it.
Who'd you pick for your jersey? I guess we should probably ask
who would I pick?
For the I guess we should probably ask that more in the preview pod.
Yeah, I feel like my boring pick would be Achan just because it's in the Dolphins jersey I don't have yet. But I kind of feel like if I won, I should get a Jalen Hurts jersey because he's like the brand right now.
That's true.
And he's
he is the brand.
He's like one of my dudes. Like I've been a Jalen Hurts truther for years and years, and I finally have him on my team. And yeah, so I would love to get a Jalen Hurts jersey. So I'll probably pick between him and Achan. And I don't know what I'll do until it finally happens. But yeah,
I was thinking about this. Like I feel like by rights I should get a Chase jersey, but at the same time, if I think to myself like who has been the most impactful, not impactful, but like this is like the second straight season that Sam Darnold has saved my team.
That's true. Yeah.
And do I pick him the jersey for that?
You know what? If I have to swipe my credit card for a Seahawks Sam Darnold jersey, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be hilarious.
Like part of me that feels like I owe it to the guy.
You kind of do, yeah. But no, I get what you mean. You could also get Drake May. Drake May in his MVP year would be a pretty good one. Even though I'm legally not obligated to. I don't know if I can buy a Patriots thing. It might implode my house, but
That's true. It'll mess up your Google ads for.
it will. My computer would be so confused. But all right, dude.
All right.
I think that's it. I think we did it.
That was fun. That went a lot longer than I anticipated.
Yeah, a 2-hour podcast, but you know what? I think for the mid-season, it's worth it. And yeah, no, it was enjoyable. I think we did a good one. So,
All right, I'll talk to you later.
all right, bye guys. Enjoy. Good luck in the playoffs.